You will never know what someone is going through until you walk in their shoes. Black experience to be discriminated because of the color of their skin and not for who they are as a person. Black bodies are beaten, vandalized, mutilated by police forces across the country. Black Lives Matter confronts injustice suffered by communities of black people. All lives matter, whatever your race is, whether you are black or white. Everyone deserves to be valued and to be treated equally. Not because someone is black, you can discriminate them. Their skin color doesn't reflect their personality. We should never judge others for the way they look or the way they speak. Racism makes people feel sorry for being born a certain way of having a particular skin color. We keep talking about how modern society embraces diverse cultures and people. We try to accomplish gigantic things like world peace, eradicate hunger and poverty, but we are not ready to make such changes to happen. No one can choose to be black, white, dark, fair, or anything. God had made us, and there is nothing that we should make feel guilty. It is ridiculous and inhumane to make fun and abuse other people due to their cultural background and the color of their skin. We need to let go of that narrow-minded belief. Only then we can advance as a society of the world.
As the world continues to change, people keep on upgrading their way of living, and there's a mix of culture because of globalization, and different world problems have been answered by one. But racism is still the worst problem that African Americans face. Black Americans have been abused, discriminated, and killed because they are black. But what seems to be the problem about being black? Their skin color is not a weapon that can kill and be a dangerous for everyone. Cops arrest them and sometimes kill them like an animal in the wild. But black people is not that kind of aggressive person. They have a heart full of kindness and peace and a mind full of creativity and knowledge that can open our mind about equality. The only thing that stops them to show their ability is racism and fear. It stops them to speak for the truth, knock them down, hold them back not to stand for freedom. If we can just stop this racism easily or instantly, it will be a great opportunity for them to show their talent, skills in different ways. For instance, in sports, politics, social media, business, and other industries. We must end racism now. We need to educate ourselves and other people, and we should understand that skin color can't harm anyone, but our words and action can harm other person emotionally, mentally, and physically.
We all know that people here in the world need to be treated equally or with equality. Whether your skin complexion, beliefs, or traditions are different, all lives are important and need to have tranquility. Black people here in the Philippines or in the other parts of the country has their roles, and first and foremost, the way of living without discrimination. Racism has evolved in the world. Black people need to be treated equally because they want to be respected and loved. We are all human, and we live in the same and one planet. We don't need that kind of attitude or behavior that may affect the feelings of others, especially the black people. Discrimination must be avoided, and we should just spread love, positivity around us. Black people are not different from us. They are all smart, kind, and religious. We as humans should not look at the physical appearance of one's individual, but we should look on their inner self, on how they communicate with us with respect. We are studying because we want to learn on how to be an effective individual. We must know our limits and actions. We should always remember that God is looking us above. Seeing our wrongdoings to others may not be good and not acceptable in the eyes of the God.
Black Lives Matter. It is one of the most matter issue in this world. People are so easily to judge their fellow men. But our God create us different. Some people there are white, brown, and black. And this black man, some people look them as ugly, scary, and bad guy, without knowing that they are also human. They get hurt when they being judged because of their skin color. We should accept that we create us differently. And everyone needs to open their heart, mind, and eyes to see the real beauty of every human being. We all deserve to be treated as equal. We need to support each and everyone to empower themselves to live independent their lives. And Equal Lives unites the voice of local people who face disabling barriers and work enable them to live barrier free. And it is not a sin to be a black human. Black human has no need to explain or say something about it, why they are being like that, why they are being like different to us. Acceptance is the key for us to unite and live happily.
As time passes, cultures and ideologies are developing. It continues to expand and grow. It is true that culture is so broad that even in one country, people still have different beliefs depending on their origin or ethnic origin. But this disparity can lead to misunderstanding or misinterpretation. Just like in the United States, there is an unequal view between black people and white people. White people are more biased, more appreciated, and more entitled than black people. It is therefore inevitable to form an organization that will protest to hear their complaints and fight for their rights. Black Lives Matter is a decentralized political and social movement promoting nonviolent civil disobedience in protest of police brutality and other racially motivated abuse against black citizens. It is sad to think that a country or a community with thousands of population can be divided into two groups merely because of the disregard for the rights and beliefs of the aggrieved people and the diversity of customs and culture. We are all equal, regardless your language, ethnicity, or culture you have grown up in, whatever your status in life, gender, and physical appearance, we all have the same rights. Justice is for everyone. Don't be blind and deaf. All black people want a society must hear themselves and give value to their lives and humanity as much as how they value the lives and humanity of white people.
So Black Lives Matter has been prevalent since people began to seek for justice. They clearly point out that regardless of our physical attributes, we are entitled to have our natural rights. That is to say, we have the right to live, liberty, and property. During the old times, white people were the only ones who had the privilege to do what they want in their lives, and those who were black faced injustice. So even if it have a culture different from other town, still our own should be respected, and neither culture is demeaned or treated as inferior. So a different culture is not only limited to someone from another country. It may also include someone whose gender, economic status, religious views, sexual orientation, or even sense of fashion is different from other culture. So I guess it is a great reminder to us that this time we should look on the bigger picture, that every one of us deserves to live our life to the fullest.
When did it started? When will it end? A movement more than a call for police brutality. A call for justice to stop racial inequality. People who were not given a chance to prove themselves. Slaughtered and killed without taking chances. Inhumane act from forces who are supposed to protect. Unbearable pain for those who suffer and neglected. So how will this end if the feud even started long before it begins? Fighting for freedom, they keep asking for a lifetime. It's a petty thing to know that these happen because they look different. But this different is just as special as everyone else. It's about time to make a change and embrace everyone else. Racial discrimination is not inevitable, it can still be changed. Tomorrow is another day, and the future is ours to keep. Let's have a better world, where everyone is at ease.